I'd like to call this meeting to order at 2:07 p.m. Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you. Councilmember Kaplan. Here. Councilmember Dickinson. Here. Councilmember Pluckybaum is expected momentarily. Councilmember Maple. Here. Mayor Pro Tem Guerra is expected momentarily. Councilmember Jennings. Here. Councilmember Vang. Here. Vice Mayor Talamantes. Here. And Mayor McCarty.
Here. Okay. Yes. Councilmember Vice Mayor Talamantes, please lead us in the pledge and land acknowledgements.
Please rise for the opening acknowledgments in honor of Sacramento's indigenous people and tribal lands. To the original people of this land, the Nisenan people, Southern Maidu, Valley and Plains Miwok, Patwin Wintun peoples, and the people of the Wilton Rancheria, Sacramento's only federally recognized tribe. May we acknowledge and honor the Native people who came before us and still walk beside us today on these ancestral lands by choosing to gather together today in the active practice of acknowledgement and appreciation for Sacramento's indigenous people's history, contributions, and lives. Thank you. Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Attorney, do we have a report out from closed session?
Nothing to report out.
So, Mayor, we now move to the consent calendar, items 1 through 7. I have no speakers on the consent calendar. Are there questions, comments from council members?
I'll second.
Okay.
I have a motion by Councilmember Maple and a second by Vice Mayor Talamantes. I have no council members in the queue to speak.
None? Public comment?
I have no public comment on the
Okay.
consent calendar.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions? 2 absences.
Thank you. So Councilmember Gatta and Pluckybaum are absent. We move to public hearings. Item number 8 is housing and dangerous buildings case fees, findings of fact for special assessment.
Open the public hearing.
Councilmember Maple has opened the public hearing.
Mayor, council, and city manager. I'm Sean Bartos, the Code Enforcement Manager for the Community Development Department. The items before you are the neighborhood code compliance and housing and dangerous building case fees and penalties for special assessment and/or personal obligation. If it's okay, I'm going to read 8 and 9 into the agenda together and then have separate votes. Item 8, the housing and dangerous buildings case fees staff report lists an amended total of 165 properties with a total of $164,719.09 of unpaid fees scheduled for liens against the properties. 2 properties listed in Exhibit A of the staff report have been removed from the report and are identified as line items 72, 87, and 88. And then for item 9, the community.
Let's go ahead and open the public hearing for item 9 then. Thank you.
For item 9, the Community Development Department Administrative Penalties and Neighborhood Code Compliance Case Fees Staff Reports list an amended total of 374 properties with a total of $880,057.80 of unpaid fees and penalties scheduled for the special assessment and/or personal obligations against their properties. 13 properties listed in Exhibit A of the staff report have been removed from the report and are identified as line numbers 19 and 20, 88, 90, 153, 154, 163 through 166, 176, 251, 364 and 365, 474, 536, 572, 573, 612, and 690. Staff recommends that the City Council adopt the 2 resolutions separately as amended to allow the city to collect the unpaid fees by placing special assessment levies and/or personal obligations against the properties. Thank you.
So, Mayor, I have one speaker on item 8, James Tan. Okay.
Yes, please come up.
Well, actually, I wanted to speak on the one that is not on this particular topic, but just.
Okay, please see the clerk if it's not this topic that you want to speak on. We'll move you. Thank you. So we can close the hearing and entertain a motion.
I'll close the public hearing and move the items for item 8.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion is second, closing the public hearing and moving to item number 8. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions? Hearing none, we have 2 absences.
Also close the public hearing and we item 9.
I'll second.
I have no public comment on item 9.
Okay, the motion is second, item 9. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions? Hearing none, 2 absences, Kara and Plucky Bomb. Next item.
So Mayor, we now move to council comments, ideas, questions, AB 123 reports. Seeing none, we move to public comment for matters not on the agenda. I have 3 speakers. The first is James Tan. James Tan, speaking on public comment matters not on the agenda.
Well, thank you for allowing me to speak, but I'm just a little bit hopeless, so I would like to get some guidance as to what I need to do, because I have a property at 81 La Fresa Court in Sacramento, 95823, and Unit 4, and I have a condominium which is upstairs, is unit number 4, and it has a little bit of a leak. And the leak goes down to the garage downstairs, which is owned by unit number 3. And Mr. William Dixon from unit number 3 was complaining, and we were addressing that with the HOA, and we were going to fix that. In the meantime, he brought in an inspector from the city, somebody by the name of William Ely. So Mr. William Ely sent me a letter, which is a notice to repair the whole notice and order to repair or demolish, because he claims that it's a dangerous building. And I received a notice, and this is on June the 9th, and I replied on June the 15th using a certified letter. And this particular letter that he sent to me, he doesn't have a parcel number, and the address is incorrect because I have 81 La Fresa Court, unit number 4, but the letter was actually about 81 La Fresa Court. Now, I don't have any ownership in that particular garage. I don't really use that garage either because it doesn't belong to me, and this particular gentleman was complaining to me. And we were addressing it, and this person, William Ely from the code enforcement, suddenly sent me a letter. So I replied to it. I said to him in the letter that the notice is incorrect because there is no APN number, there is no description, et cetera, et cetera.
Thank you for your comments. Your time is complete, Mr. Tan.
Mr. Tan, your 2 minutes are up, but we're asking our city director, Peter, to see if he can talk to you in the back and hopefully further address your concern. Thank you.
Next speaker is Jeremy Marquez, then Lambert Davis. Is Jeremy here? I don't see Jeremy. Lambert Davis?
Let's see. I had to write some notes down. On February 9th, it's a long time ago to some people, Minty Cuppy made a statement and presentation about rules and procedures inside the city chamber. You should use that. I mean, you are being abused by people that should be removed. Now, the other thing is, I don't see Mr. Plucky Bomb here. A lot of people are monitoring that. He should be reprimanded for that. City Council Maple's here, and she's pregnant. She could easily be at home working remotely. Now this, which I can't show, but this is a shout out to the new city manager and Pete Coletto. Why am I saying that? I'm not trying to get in good. This is an article by the Inside Sacramento magazine, and I'm a big fan of theirs because they did a huge story on our family from East Sacramento about a year ago. And East Sacramento never ordered anything from us until they did this. But this article says balancing act. Nice work, city council, he's talking about the city council too, and the mayor. For starters, he says for starters, that you did a wonderful job balancing the budget, and Pete Coletto is a huge numbers guy, and all I asked the city manager to do is to make sure she does a brief summary, because that's part of the city manager's report that should be on the agenda. But that's an outstanding article, and I think you're doing a wonderful job because you did it and you didn't lay off a lot of people.
Mayor, I have no more speakers.
Okay.
So you have concluded the business of the meeting. It looks like Mayor Pro Tem Guerra.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I have one adjourn in memory for today. Mayor, I'd like to adjourn the meeting in memory of Greg Rusovan, and who sadly passed away recently. He was a longtime resident of Colonial Heights. Greg actively was involved in the neighborhood for well over 30 years, and in 2010, he was involved in the formation of the Colonial Heights Neighborhood Association. He coached softball at Colonial Heights, where he enriched the lives of many young people there, and who was always involved in making sure that the spirit of giving back to the community was part of being a good neighbor. Greg was also, interesting, one of the first people involved in applying for our CEPTED program, the Crime Prevention Through Environmental Design. Now we go and ask our officers to meet regularly, but he was in the early involvement with that tool to help increase visibility, make safer visibility in our parks, and just promoting more pride in Colonial Park. During his life, he had a philosophy of just keeping it simple, which was a guiding principle to ensure that Colonial Park always had improvements, looked open and inviting, but that we actually just got things done. Greg was heavily involved in creating the Colonial Heights National Night Out and starting the Easter egg hunt, and he's well known for the effort to first put together the sign toppers that you see all around Colonial Heights with the trolley, remembering the history of Colonial Heights. Greg was known for enjoying time on his porch, having a cocktail or a martini with his wife in the afternoon and talking to neighbors. And I'm glad that we want to thank Public Works for making sure that out of all of the street toppers that said historical Colonial Heights, the only one that didn't get a sign, a topper, was the one in front of his house. And so I do want to thank Public Works for making sure that we got one out there and, before the end of his life, and he got to enjoy it and relive the memory of that history. So he's survived by his wife, Linda Berlin. I want to thank him as a neighbor, a dear friend, and a committed Sacramentan, a great Sacramentan. Mr. Mayor, if we could adjourn in memory today of Greg Rusovan of Colonial Heights.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Guerra. And I have adjourn in memory as well. I'd like that we adjourn in memory of Joaquin Ross, who passed away in District 5 in Oak Park about 10 days ago. He was unfortunately taken away from this planet too early at the age of 53. Worked on a number of campaigns over the years, including, I think, city campaigns, including many who served on the city council, including Ms. Vang, Mr. Dickinson, and myself. Grew up here in Land Park neighborhood in District 7, just by the zoo, and lived all across the city and the state, but for the last 20 years lived here in Sacramento in the Oak Park neighborhood. Had a lot of vibrancy to his multimedia efforts on city, state, and local campaigns. Certainly want to express our condolences to the Ross family and his friends and family throughout Sacramento. It's a tough one during his memory of somebody who's essentially my age and taken from this planet too early. Thank you. We adjourn.